the three of us expend $3 on Expendables 3. This is Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got Stinker Madness. Hello, welcome back. This is a special bad movie field trip episode of Stinker Madness. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Sam,
I'm
Jackie.
also... Oh, you did introduce me while I talked over the top of you.
Sam and Jackie are here. Sam and Jackie from many episodes. All of them.
Yeah.
If you don't know me by now.
You might recognize us from such episodes as The Beastmaster. You gotta get yourself a fountain.
And Expendables 3. Some business to get out of the way first. Follow us on Twitter at Stinker Madness, twitter.com Stinker Madness, Twitter Stinker Madness, Twitter face. Rate and review us on iTunes because we're the best and you like us.
Around.
And also, some sad news. As you may or may not be aware, we've suffered a tragic loss in the Stinker Madness studio. We've lost both episodes of Gatorbait. There will be no Gatorbait episode, which I'm sure Jackie's not terribly happy with, because if I remember correctly, she did not enjoy Gatorbait.
Which means you have to watch it again.
No, I don't think
No, I am not watching Gatorbait again.
I don't think we're re-recording the
that's
episode
too
of
bad.
Gatorbait. So, that's why this episode exists, as a make-up to me, because it was the Gatorbait was my pick. This is my pick as the sneak it in before we do the showdown in Little Tokyo here coming up real soon. We'll probably release this episode tomorrow, so it's going to be real fresh. But anyways, let's get to it!
I think that we should start off on a positive and just say, well, good things. Like, one good thing about the Expendables 3.
Okay. I liked Arnold.
Okay?
Sylvester Stallone was still looking good.
Even though he could barely walk.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a turkey neck.
So I think that my positive was that it was a very good use of Robert Davi as the arms buyer.
Yeah.
It's a good way to, if you're going to slide Robert Davi in there, that was the way to do it. Like, they needed somebody
I didn't like it.
You didn't like Robert Davi?
No, because you know what?
Huh.
They turned down, I believe that actually, no, I don't think that they turned it down, or it turned him down, but I believe that role was written for one Steven Seagal, and I believe he turned it down.
I would have turned it down if I wasn't involved in the action, if I was Steven Seagal. Whereas I think Robert Davi is the perfect guy for the buyer.
Yeah. I could have used a little bit more of that character, though.
Yeah, I like Robert Davi.
And did he get exploded, or what happened there? He just kind of disappeared, like, the lights are out.
He just wandered
Fucked off.
Bullets flying everywhere, but you never see what happens to
They weren't
the
there
buyer.
for him.
That's right.
We don't give a shit about him. That's a plot hole.
He just snuck out and got some Jimmy Johns.
I think he just left.
Yeah, he was like, oh man, fuck
He's
that.
like, people were getting shot. This is hot. I'm out of here.
I have seen this before.
Yep.
I'm leaving.
I have seen. Yeah, I know what happens here. I don't get shot because I'm getting the fuck out of here.
What about all those dudes?
Some of those dudes got shot.
Yeah, that's just what he's going on for.
That's what they get paid for.
Yeah.
To get shot.
Speaking of guys and getting shot,
Yeah.
I mean, to not jump quite a ways ahead, because honestly, I don't have a whole lot of notes about the plot of this movie, so there's going to be more jumping around, I believe, in this episode than anything. But Mel Gibson is the bad guy.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Oh, he was bad guy in Machete.
That's what I was...
Machete Kills.
That's right. They're doing Machete's dirty work in this one.
So, he doesn't have any guys.
He has like an army of guys.
He's got a country.
Assmanistan.
Assmanistan.
I forgot to look up if Assmanistan is a real country. I'm pretty sure it's not. And if it is a real country, we're sorry, Assmanistan.
Our one listener that's allowed to listen to the Stinker Madness, just to keep an eye on the Americans, just in case there's secret code. It's coming over the internet on the Stinker Madness. There's one guy in Assmanistan that's allowed to listen to it.
This is going to be on our comment board later. Yes, we are a real country.
The fuckers, die America!
It's like the producers are just very unaware that Asmanistan is like the Belize of the Middle East.
Oh my god.
Like the only vacation hotspot. The bitches are thirsty and crazy in Asmanistan.
Wonderful beachside property fraud.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though it's
they just
landlocked.
demoed a new area for everybody.
The Scorpion Coast. Ah,
What do you mean that?
sounds
Oh,
nice.
they demoed. Well, they demoed it. They demolitioned it.
Yeah.
Demolition Man, Stallone, Snipes.
Snipes
Yeah.
pissed me off in this
Oh,
movie.
boo. He was, I think the problem with Snipes
I
in
think
the
he
front
sucked.
end was that Snipes was at 11 and the rest of the movie was at a 5.
Jingle jangle.
Oh, yeah.
Jingle
dude.
jangle.
Yeah, he was like,
He was Snipes and out. It was fucking awesome.
no, it wasn't. It was like, oh my god, why did we bring this butthole in? I was disappointed with the Snipes.
Do you not like Wesley Snipes?
I don't.
I fucking love Wesley Snipes.
I like him in a lot of movies, but in this one, he just didn't really fit.
None of them fit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stamos fit.
Stamos?
Stamos.
Not Stamos.
Expendables 4, maybe.
Banderas.
Maybe they've seen
Banderas
his.
was weird.
Maybe they've seen his work in Stargrove, and now they're like, we gotta get Stamos in on this shit because he actually is an action star.
Oh, boy.
Statham. He was
Statham?
great. Lundgren was great.
I wouldn't say any of them were great.
No, they're all
I thought they
terrible.
all did a really shit job.
Yeah.
Every single one of them was.
That's
atrociously
that's
bad.
why I liked.
They mailed it in. Every single one of them.
They all sucked, but at least Snipes was enjoyable for me because he was just so fucking silly.
He was weird.
Yeah.
Weirded out.
He was a maniac.
I didn't come across as maniac. It came across
Stallone
as...
says that guy's a maniac
Yeah, he's a maniac.
because he said, which was an homage to once again Demolition Man. Because what's his name in Demolition Man? Something cool.
Simon.
Maniac.
It's like Simon Maniac. It's like Simon Crazy
says
Guy.
Die. I can't remember what his name is.
Simon something.
Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix. No, it's
What
John
is-
Phoenix. No, it's John Spartan.
John Spartan and Simon Phoenix.
Yes,
That's some
good.
good naming right
That's
there.
good. Oh yeah,
Those guys should have wrote this movie.
fucking A.
I'm ready to watch Demolition Man again. I just watched
Since
it like last year. It's a once a year.
So, anyways, yeah, he says he's a maniac because he says the exact same thing about Wesley Snipes' Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. It was another homage, which my primary complaint with this movie
Because it's all homages.
it's too much homage. Dial back the homage.
It's like a cake that's made 90% of icing.
Give me more ass kick.
What?
Which they did get
Kicking
to a
ass.
lot of ass kicking in the end scene, but by that time it was like there was so much other shit that was like, oh god.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie starting when they got to rescuing the kids.
When they got to Asmanistan.
Yeah.
The plot of the movie that you have no emotional attachment to because you wanted all of those children to die.
I did.
They're not children,
They're not.
but they're kids to the old guys. They're
I didn't want them to
mid-20s
die, but
douchebags.
I was like, okay.
You wanted the old guys to show them how to do it.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know-
take this, you little shit, and punch him in the face.
Which kind of happens a little bit.
Kind of.
But that is so
Dumb.
butt.
It's
It is
butt.
so butt and overdone where it's like, hey, the old guys could do it too, which is great because that's what this movie's supposed to be about. But you know what?
Geriatric power.
I hate when the plot is to bring in some new kids, and every single time the new kids are like, we're going to show you old guys how to do it with our computer skills.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. Oh, you guys don't know how to do it nowadays. We do it all on the computer. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Hacking is boring. The hacker character, like, oh, we'll do it this way. Boring as shit. They should have busted in the front door with machine guns and knives and
it
machetes
turns out-
and a rocket launcher.
Because he said, we're just going to go in and shoot everybody. So all they did during that sequence is there's all this, like, high-tech bullshit where they sneak around and then they go in and shoot everybody. They could have just walked right in the fucking front door, like you said.
Yes.
Would have happened a little faster.
Yeah, the front
Only
door was
difference-
probably still open because the guys just came in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the front door was, they
Just come in with
just
them.
come in with them.
I'm the pizza guy. I just brought pizza on time!
Everybody has a gun, and who knows anybody from anybody?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's not like they wouldn't be like, oh, a pizza. You know, because, like, honestly, if somebody shows up to my house with a pizza, yeah, I open the door.
I always expect assassin. If I don't order the pizza and a pizza comes to my door, you have no idea how many bodies have stacked up on my front door because of pizzas bought for me. Like, somebody's like, hey, I'm going to do a nice thing. I'm going to get Justin a pizza. Death rains down with my hands.
So if Pizza Hut, if you're missing delivery people...
Which they are.
See, I think the Pizza Man delivery thing can be used properly. Like, you don't say who ordered a pizza. You go in and be like, the people that ordered this pizza didn't want it. I'll give you a sweet deal on these pizzas.
Oh, that's a good call.
Because then it's like, wait a second, this guy isn't that suspicious. He's just trying to unload these pizzas.
He's going to get
at $5 a whack.
If he brings them back to the store, he's got to buy them.
He's got to buy them.
Yeah.
So he's just unloading them at his company discount, $5 a whack on the pizzas, and then you're in a real boggle.
Yeah.
If you're a bad guy right then, because you're like, you know what? I've got $15 on me. He's got 3 pies. I'm going to be hungry after this arms deal.
And you know what? My guys have been real faithful. I think it's time for a pizza party.
Yeah. Party, pizza party. And then you open the box, and there's like...
Grenade! It pulls the pin.
No, that's what you open...
with grenades on top of it.
No, you open it up, and it's a pizza, and you're like, oh, it is pizza, and then you get shot. Shot in the fucking face.
A moment of zen
it's
before
like
you die.
right before you get the pizza in your mouth. Ow. Oh, and then you're like good guy-ish because you shot a guy, so you're not that good, but you're a huge dick because you didn't even let him have some of his pizza, and you kept his $15.
Then you eat the pizza.
Then you just pick up the pizza that hasn't been blood splashed, and you're like, yum.
The blood is the best part if you're a maniac killer.
It's like Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what you bring instead of Parmesan and peppers is bad guy's blood all over the pizza.
Well,
we should talk about the movie.
The other problem I have with the kids these days, to old man out, but if you put young people next to old people in a movie, an action movie, and it happens every fucking time, the kids, adult actors, who are usually nobodies, always act super, super tough. Like, they do the poopy face, and the arms crossed. What's that called when you do one of these numbers?
I don't know.
Fold your arms and you look like a rapper and you raise one eyebrow and you make the poopy face and like you're tough. Like, that's how they all act. None of them's like, hey,
the Ice Cube.
We're cool. Let's, you know what? I like Frank Sinatra. Let's listen to some of that. They're all like, yeah, Ice Cube. Exactly. They all are Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Hate it. It makes all of us in our mid-30s not really relevant because none of those people in that movie were in their mid-30s.
I bet, just because of the way Hollywood works, I bet all 3 of the dudes were in their 30s.
I don't know about that.
You put them next... I mean, okay.
They all looked like good-looking
They were standing
Hollywood
next to a 70-year-old Stallone.
Waiters. They looked like waiters.
Yeah.
Guys that are waiting tables and may or may not be straight.
Well, just as a general rule, you're younger looking... like
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, a lot of the dudes don't really get started in Hollywood until they're like 30, and then chicks do when they're like 16. And then you go Teen Witch, and you got a 30-year-old dude making out with a 15-year-old girl, and that's just the way you do it in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, who's to say?
But speaking of homosexuality...
Oh, good.
Okay, so the end of the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jet Li...
Yeah, were they gay?
Was that like an innuendo that they
gay.
had hooked up because Jet Li left the Expendables to go work for Arnold, and then they were...
if Arnold was a bottom and Jet Li was a top.
I don't know, but I kind of got the vibe like they were putting it out there.
Just because of the size difference.
Oh, yeah, they don't actually sit on top. That would look funny. You need a step stool? Like
they don't sit on top. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, it's not like riding Cowgirl.
Oh, my God.
So...
Well, it's not.
Moving on!
I don't want to draw you a picture.
Stick with the big-time TF. Alright. So, okay. So, alright. So, here's what we're going to do. I did take notes on what the actual... the scenes of this movie are. They start out... on a train. In a helicopter.
A heavily armed train.
Very heavily armed prison transport train. That's got, like... future weapons on it.
Well, it had, like, I don't know what it was heavily armed.
And loaded with dudes.
The one gun, the 4-gun thing, they had those on, like, B-52 bombers. So that was an older artillery piece, but or anti.
It reminded
piece.
me of the guns that are on the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, which I think are modeled after those B-52 guns.
Pom-pom guns. That's what we used to call them back in the day. Are they still called that?
Pom-pom guns?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's we and what did they... When was this back in the day?
People in the know that were 4 and 5 years
Four
old.
and 5 years old. You and
Pom-pom guns.
Yeah, maybe.
The ones that go in and out when they shoot. Choo, 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 choo.
I don't know.
Okay. So he's got one of those.
That resembles a cheerleader shaking a pom-pom?
I guess. I don't know. They're there to rescue Snipes.
Yeah, they're breaking him out of prison.
Prison train.
Prison train.
Prison is a theme for the first 30 minutes of the movie, is making fun of Wesley Snipes getting thrown in jail.
Right. Tax evasion. In case you did not know.
He even said tax evasion.
Yes. So, Doc Death. They're there to rescue Doc Death. Is his name. But I don't think we ever find out what his real name is. It's probably Simon Phoenix.
Do you find out what anybody's name is besides...
Lee Christmas.
Is it Lee Christmas? It's dangerously close to Lloyd Christmas.
Terry Crews' name is Hail Caesar. I kid you not.
Huh.
Huh.
Been in all 3 movies. I don't know how you guys didn't know that.
Well, wasn't his...
I thought that was his code name.
Was Toll Road, I thought.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I believe that his code name is Toll Road.
I'm just going by what IMDb says next to their actors' names. So they blow up this trade basically, and they don't really care that everybody there is just some employee. They're getting hourly wage employees getting blown to hell.
Yeah,
like fuck
to
them.
hell.
Fuck them. We got to get that Wesley Snipes, and you never really find out why it has to be Wesley Snipes because they got a mission coming up and they need another guy.
He's a good medic, is what they said.
But he doesn't medic anybody.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
He fucking saves
Caesar.
Terry Crews from a definitely lethal gunshot.
How does he do that?
I don't know, because...
Didn't you see him? He had the needles out. He had this little
he had,
thing.
like,
and
his shit had, like, a whole medical kit in it.
Needles.
And that Terry Crews was shot through the spine, lung, and heart, and he saves him, so he's better than fucking Bones in Star Trek.
Here, we're gonna get...
Yeah, dude.
I want to... Since we're jumping all over the place... That happens much later in the movie when they're in Somalia.
No, that's the next scene.
That's the next scene.
Well, pretty much. Okay, fine. So they're in Somalia.
Next scene. We're in Somalia.
And
you forgot about the train guy. Like, he drives the train into the bad guy. That you know is the bad guy because he looks at a picture of him, and then it shows the guy standing next to a picture of himself.
Yes, that is automatically identified
just
as
in
a bad
case you weren't sure that was him or not.
Only be more identified as a bad guy if you're rubbing a cat.
If they would have done graphics that were blinking like an arrow, this is the guy here.
Oh, or if you have a ninja chauffeur.
And he was waiting for the
Doesn't have a
train
ninja
to arrive directly in front of where the tracks would stop in the building.
How does that work?
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm pretty sure that train is just going to go in and blow up that building. Best case scenario for you.
Yeah, best case scenario,
well,
you
it would
break
have
the
slowed
gate.
down and it would have stopped at that point.
And then it would have to go backwards.
And then it would have to go backwards, which I guess they can do.
But
well, maybe they had dual things on either side, you know, like
you just
like the train in London, right?
It's like a train station. The prison is a train station.
Yeah, I mean it was Prussia, I think.
It was Prussia?
Maybe Russia. I don't know where they were going with it, but you know what?
It was like
looked like a country.
Denali or something.
I thought it was like
Denzali.
Central America. I couldn't tell.
Maybe prison's big
they were
thing there.
They were
everybody just now calling at Federal Pound Me in the Ass Prison. Ha I don't know what train conductors, like any cliche sayings that train conductors make.
So if you have one,
I don't know.
Put it on our website.
All aboard.
All aboard, yeah.
That's what they say.
Tickets.
Get off my damn train, you fucking terrorist! And then Harrison Ford punches them in the face. So they get him.
Yeah.
They go to Somalia. Why do they go to Somalia? They got another mission there.
To try to stop the bomb sale.
Oh, there's a sale of a bomb.
Yeah, don't you know?
They do bust up the bomb sale, but then he uses the bomb on them.
He dropped a bomb on them.
Which is really
okay, I didn't get that there was a bomb sale and they were there to I thought that they were picking up supplies.
But don't worry, because they were blown to safety.
They were blown to safety.
When the bomb went off, anybody else would have been killed, but because they were on the edge of the pier, and then they were just blown to safety. And then they all swim back and they get the guy who's got the
Before we get into that too much, Okay, so the bomb that gets dropped on them is the bomb that they are supposed to stop the sale of.
That is what I am to assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
they probably had more than
if you're
one.
Mel Gibson, and you're on your way to a bomb sale, you are the bomb retailer.
They're 50% off.
You fly it in on a helicopter that's strapped to the bottom.
That you've armed it.
You've armed it, and it's set to just drop on guys.
If things go south... You're ready for it.
I guess you gotta be ready
and
when you're an arms
things
dealer.
went south,
yeah,
and he was ready for it.
Huh, good bad guy. So he drops the bomb on them.
Yes, and explodes the fuck out of them, but they somehow make it. After
They've
he
blown
shoots...
to safety into the water.
I don't think people in Hollywood understand how bombs work, for the most part. Like, you don't necessarily always die from the explosion itself.
The concussion. That was such a big bomb
the
that they
shockwave would liquefy inside.
Yeah, the concussion. Well, I mean, there's so many impossible
Well, they
things
tried to do a little bit of that with the ringing of the ears in
No, your brains
scenes.
would be mush. Your eardrum can't stand the pressure, and that shockwave would just blow your brain out the other ear. You'd cease to be. It was too big of an explosion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they tried to address
It was like
that by
a bunker
the ringing.
buster. Oh.
And it was like
Yes, see, we've taken care of the shockwave because now they can't hear. Ha-ha!
And it was a smart bomb that didn't have enough time to do anything, but works perfectly without any guidance system. It was a bomb that was so smart, it just knew where to go.
Yeah, blow these fuckers
It knew
up.
where to go to almost blow them up.
Right, make Terry Crews.
It knew exactly how to blow them to safety.
Right.
Well, he had a bad day because he got shot in the leg and then in the back.
I thought he got shot in the ass.
So he shot him in the leg to bring him down, and then he shot him in the back through the spine, because like when he's flipped over, he's got a hole right where his heart is. And if he was shot through the back in that spot where it showed him, like, there's no chance.
No.
That was a good kill shot.
Yeah.
But Snipes can save anybody.
Well, Dr. Snipes.
Let's get into the math here. But right before we did this, I Googled Somalia to the USA. It is 8,619 miles, which I just took a very long plane flight internationally on a Boeing 767, which is a little bit bigger than
and
Stallone's
faster
plane.
than that piece of shit that they were.
Well, we were traveling at a steady speed of 465 miles per hour.
I bet that thing does 200.
Dumb it down. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I did it at 400 miles per hour. It's a 21.5-hour flight.
Wesley Snipes is an amazing doctor.
Yeah, and they had him with an IV pack and everything on the plane.
He had one paper towel folded into a quarter and stuck over the bullet hole wound because Wesley Snipes is that good of a doctor.
That's right, and then they put an IV bag on him, and he was
couple
okay.
pieces of Scotch tape. That shit's a brawny, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not like they're carrying the cheap-ass paper towels on this plane.
They spare no expense. Not even with the paper towels.
Yeah, I don't think Terry Crews made it. But he does. He makes it. They makes it back to some General Mercy hospital.
Yeah.
And, okay, on to question 2. Because I know from experience recently, how do the Expendables deal with customs? Like, how do they get back into the country?
Well, see, when they had the seaplane in the first one, they were explaining all that because they just made shit up in the air. They had, like, fake flight plans and the whole thing. And then it was a seaplane, so sometimes they just fucking land it in the water and bring it into some backwater dock. But this
movie doesn't address it at all.
Doesn't address that at all. And they do at least
They gotta get that guy to a hospital.
He has Ross Aviation, so you now at least know where Barney Ross gets all these fucking airplanes.
So he's flying into his hangar.
Yeah.
He's already got some sweet thing, but what do you do? Breaker 19, check. I like the way you handle the way you run your rig. I got a guy that's full of bullet holes on here. Can we just skip customs and get him to the hospital? Come on back, trucker, type thing.
You were just obsessed with truckers.
I don't know how pilots talk. I do know how pilots talk. They say, welcome to your flight today. We're going to have a lovely flight. It's 345 miles to your nearest destination. And
that's about right. You can barely understand them. You really have to listen hard.
The weather outside is negative 14 Celsius, and we're at a steady cruising altitude of 30,000 feet. Why do they have to tell us the cruising altitude? I don't even know what that fucking means. I have nothing to compare it to. Yeah. I know that I am 6 feet tall. we're really far up there, but if they were to say, we're doing about
27,000, like, oh my god, we're 3,000 feet too fucking
fucking no, we're all gonna die. If they said we're flying at 34 feet, I'd be like, okay,
that seems pretty low.
That's taller than me. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Is that good, 31,000 feet, or what? Why do they have to tell you that? Just fucking say, I'm going to try to not get us all killed. Enjoy the peanuts. Flying is stupid.
The guy next to me is asleep, and I'm playing with my wiener.
So they make it back. Yeah. They're all bummed out about Terry Crews. Bummer. They're praying to God.
And because Mel Gibson is still alive, and they thought they killed him in the last movie.
Right. No, not the last movie.
Sometime some indeterminate previous event.
Who did they have to kill in the last movie?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme. Because Chuck Norris helped out.
Right. Who was not available for this film.
He did he want to go fuck off. In so many words.
They're really, really bummed out about Terry Crews, which I thought sucked. Because...
Well, here's my question. When he got shot, the first thing I thought was, there's only one black guy allowed in the Expendables? That's what I was like, you can't, nobody else could get shot, because it's not like, other than Lee Christmas, I guess, other than Statham's character, Lundgren was sort of expendable in the first one as far as the plot, but I guess you gotta keep him around because he already took a dive. So, you choose between, you've already kicked out Jet Li, so, which makes me think that they're just racist.
One of you's gotta go.
One of you's gotta go, and it's not gonna be the white guy, Randy. It's not going to be the only member of the team who is not an actor.
Yeah, or has any lines.
Yeah.
Randy Couture did not have any lines
they
that
didn't
I could
say
think
anything.
Of. And then, was he there at the end?
Yeah.
I kind of lost track of him.
No, him and Lundgren get in the tank.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So... Stallone's so bummed out about Terry Crews, Hail Caesar. They go to a bar, and after a long, drawn-out discussion that really goes nowhere, it's basically the same discussion they have in every single one of these movies.
Yeah.
He disbands the team.
He fires everybody.
Because he's worried about their safety? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So, what about Thor's little brother in the second one?
Thor's little brother in the second one.
What the hell's his name?
Liam
Hemsworth. He gets fucking shot in the face by Van Damme.
Yeah.
Look at
well, I think that's the prelude to what happens. Well, maybe he just doesn't care about young people anymore after that.
They really are expendable.
Because that's another, sort of issue in the plot here is that I'm going to get these young guys because I don't care about them.
I guess.
But then I guess I do.
Yeah. I didn't like the young guys.
No. I think that was the essential failing of the movie is that who are these guys?
They're not good.
I paid $1 to see old guys, and right now I'm not seeing them.
I'm not talking about just the acting, because the acting was fucking terrible, but the guys themselves, the characters, are not good ass kickers.
No, and they're just really... You're paying for names when you see the Expendables.
Pretty much.
And half of the movie is who the hell are they and Ronda Rousey, who is apparently not the draw that they thought she was going to be.
I don't even know who that is.
She's the best UFC woman right now.
Neat.
Yeah. Well, they thought it was going to be a draw.
Huh.
Yeah. So they got one new guy who can ride motorcycles.
Yeah, well, I guess. That's his skill?
I guess.
Well, when they introduce him, they don't introduce him as a motorcycle riding guy.
He's a guy who takes a dive in a fight.
Yeah, he takes a dive in a fight
and
for
doesn't
money.
like to take orders. He's the shittiest team member ever.
I don't want you on my team. That's what I would tell him.
And then they take him.
The rock climbing guy that isn't apparently very good at rock climbing because he falls off the fucking mountain. He's not skilled. I don't want him. Bad interview. The lady
who beats up dudes.
She's good at beating up drunk dudes.
And she breaks one of the glasses over her head, which is assault, and you're wrecking the shit at the club you work for.
Expensive employee, and probably not very good when you're fighting guys that are carrying guns. Then you got, who else? Oh, Antonio Banderas, who isn't actually even applying for the job, or isn't
allowed to apply for the job.
Old. He's too old.
And then the Mexican dude that has a mohawk and is really good at tech stuff. He's the one that
he's got a sweet gun. That's
got a
his
sweet
only
gun, and he
skill
was
set.
seen boxing. He was hitting the
A
bag.
bag. Ooh.
He was hitting the dry bag. So.
Really high standards Stallone is shooting for right here.
Well,
these
he
kids
was,
are
cannon fodder.
expendable.
They're cannon fodder.
Yeah, he was getting basically just like targets.
None of them
that weren't
kicks
him.
ass at all.
He's like, okay, you go first, and then they
The
get
other-
shot, and then he pulls out his gun and shoots
Yeah.
those guys.
Thing of note is that
Operation Human Shield.
when
Yeah.
he goes to get the team, he gets them through Kelsey Grammer, which was out of left fucking field for me. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, why is Kelsey Grammer in this movie? And then he's actually like,
One of the cooler ones in the movie.
he actually does.
He
He's
was
not
alright.
he's not a bad actor, so he just does a nice job with it. And I was, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you're making everybody else look bad, so you shouldn't be in the movie.
You know who I would have preferred?
Jodon Baker.
Jodon fucking Baker.
You're right there.
Nice.
Nope, I liked Kelsey
I
Grammer
was
in this
thinking
role.
that the whole time. I was like,
This
this
should be
should be
Jodon
Jodon Baker.
Absolutely. Even though there's nothing wrong with Kelsey Grammer, that role was written
But
for
Jodon
Baker.
Baker is at least, he also has an action movie
Is
past.
he alive?
I believe so.
I don't know, I liked Kelsey Grammer in that role. I supported it wholeheartedly. It was nice to see him.
I liked his joke about
You
having
just saw him
cancer.
in fucking X-Men. Like, 2 weeks ago.
I know, I like him. I like him as an actor.
Like, oh, it's so nice to see you, Kelsey Grammer, that I am totally not getting sick of being on my TV every fucking 5 minutes.
Well, you could just watch reruns of Frasier.
That is on every channel.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Once
She's
an
too
hour.
highbrow for me. I mean,
Frasier?
I'm really, you know,
Huh.
I like the,
What was that? The Gypsy Wedding or whatever?
yeah, my big fat gypsy wedding. I can't be
Don't say
watching
that.
like,
You're
Long
liberal,
Island
you know.
Medium.
Yeah.
no, that's what it's called, is my big fat gypsy wedding.
I understand. We're
Yeah.
making fun of you. On air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
I still like Kelsey Grammer.
Terrible taste
The other-
in television shows.
And then the whole Team Roundup thing takes way too
Way too
goddamn long.
Yeah, don't care.
Yeah, why do they have to go to all these different locations?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's
It's
I
just
actually
like-
like when movies go to different places, but I don't like when they take 35 minutes in the middle of the movie to round up a team of douches.
who suck.
Yeah, they
Who
could have just done a
purely
montage.
And
Yeah.
I didn't care about,
Speed montage. Yeah,
Well, I mean, they could have done everything they did in about 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look up any of the people that weren't Ronda Rousey. I already knew who she was. Because I
The
didn't
motorcycle
care.
guy looked familiar.
Actually, I thought the tech guy that parachuted off of the mountain that he fell off of looked familiar. But I didn't look him up because I didn't care then, and I don't care now who they are.
Yeah,
And
I
you
just want to
needed
see the
care
old guys.
about
Yeah, I want to see
it,
the old
or
guys. Yeah.
anybody that you're at least somewhat familiar with in a movie like this, and then like they stuffed the middle with a bunch of shit you don't care about.
Yeah, they should have never, if they wanted a young person, they should have never killed Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He's too expensive.
But, you know, like, honestly, I was there to see some old guys kicking ass.
Well, speaking of old guys, let's move on. Harrison Ford.
Oh boy,
Get off my plane.
he was having a hard time.
Oh, he was... I think he just has a hard time.
I am actually. He was on a Letterman at one point, and the conversation was a little weird, and it left me to believe that Harrison Ford smokes pot all day, every day.
Oh, I am absolutely
Oh,
convinced
yeah.
that's all he does.
I'm pretty sure they just put some Visine in his eyes, because on a couple of those scenes, it was like, you could just tell, like, his brain was going, what the
Yeah.
fuck am I supposed to be saying?
I believe he is a
Like,
documented
well-
pot smoker.
You'll have to excuse me. I need to go smoke some pot, pop Viagra, and bone the shit out of Ally McBeal.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh,
They got 2 kids. He's just fills her up. Harrison Ford man love.
Han Solo brand pudding. So he's a CIA guy. He's Bruce Willis's replacement.
What is the planet that Han Solo comes from?
Corellian?
Carillion. Well, Carillion tapioca. I couldn't leave that one alone.
He replaces Bruce Willis, who isn't in the picture. Which
I don't
know if you guys caught that.
Yeah, he was probably with Norris on the See Ya.
No, I looked it up. He wanted $1 million a day.
Which is saying I don't want to do it.
Well, in his defense, he got paid $750,000 a day to do the last one.
He was probably only there for one fucking day.
He was there for 4.
Oh. And everybody else is doing the shit on scale. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. So they said no.
Yeah.
You're not in it. So Harrison Ford's in it. He'll do it for free pot, basically. Who knows what he got paid, but he wants Mel Gibson alive because he's got to stand trial at the Hog.
He doesn't want him, but the brass does. He's not making the decisions. If it was his decision, he'd just go in there himself and kick him in the nuts, just like Jesse Stone. It's kind of just as Harrison Ford deals out when he's all loaded. Blaze a dude behind a bush, kick a guy in the stones. Fuck it.
Well, that's all I have to say about Harrison Ford at this point.
For now.
So then we get into the whole, okay, kids, we're going to go in here with your youth tactics, which works pretty good. They do capture Mel Gibson.
Even though all it really does is take longer than just going in through the front door with a pizza or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or just going in and it was a glass building. They could have shot their way in.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Well, they get Mel Gibson either way. And they're now in a van, a Ford Tourneo, which I know what is.
Because, everybody out there knows what the hell that is.
It's a Sprinter van.
Yeah, it's I only know it because we saw them all over England.
Cargo vans.
Yeah, cargo van. So they got him in the back of it, and they're having a deep discussion. Why did they take the tape off of Mel Gibson? Because you know what I would do the whole time? Like, we got him. Every time he started to wake up a little, zap him with the taser again. Fuck it.
I would have stuck something up his butt. A Darth Vader, a small car. Just to be like, yeah, does your asshole hurt? Because I just shoved like a huge tank Hot Wheels right up your bunghole.
You like putting things in people's butts, huh?
I would have done it. If I'm in charge of that kind of an op, and that guy's that big of a dick, yeah, you're getting a toy Tonka right up your Tonka.
I don't think anybody would ever work for you again.
They'd be like, dude, no, you don't want to be on her team. She sticks things at people's
buns.
Except
for Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
I'd be like,
I think Simon Phoenix doesn't even go for that shit. He just reprograms your light system to say illuminate.
Nice. Alright, so Mel Gibson is running his mouth. Stallone is completely falling for it and getting into it and pulls out his gun. I'm gonna kill you. Do it. I can't. Oh, I've had a GPS tracker on me this whole time. No, duh.
Rookie shit, don't take his tech.
No,
nice.
Fucking duh. Like, I thought that they would at least, like...
Have searched him?
Oh, I've had it swallowed. It's implanted. The GPS tracker is embedded into my lung or some fucking weird science fiction bullshit. But no, he's just wearing a watch that has a GPS tracker on it.
And it beeps at a convenient time to tell you that you're fucked.
Helicopter's here.
Mm-hmm.
Helicopter shoots a rocket.
Well, it beeps a couple times like it's a watch alarm, and they're like, it's a GPS. Are you sure it's not just a watch alarm? Because it just shows the watch. It
does say Casio on it.
Yeah, it just shows the watch, and it's the GPS. And that doesn't even make sense either. Like, so it can tell you where you are right now, or is it transmitting? Is it a homing beacon?
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
GPS tracker.
Yeah, a tracking device or something.
You don't know. He could have needed his heart medication at that point.
Yeah.
That's what I think that they should have been doing at the bar instead of drinking, is just chewing up Centrum Silver.
Oh, what do you got there?
Just like mouthfuls of it, like they're Flintstone vitamins.
Well, the helicopter shoots a rocket, knocks over the Ford Tourneo, and you know why? Because the lady was driving. Hey-oh!
She wasn't driving.
Oh.
Yes, she was.
I think
she wasn't. She was sitting next to Stallone because she was one of the people that
Stallone was in the back.
Yes,
yeah.
She was in the back.
No, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't.
She was driving?
I think she was driving.
Either way. Yeah, she was driving. That's right.
Yeah. Well, turns it over. Everybody gets thrown out on the concrete, which, they're all dead. Fine. Whatever.
One of the many impossible things.
Yeah,
yes.
They're all unconscious except for Stallone and Mel Gibson, conveniently, who then get in a race to a gun, but Stallone gets exploded off the bridge. He's
into
now dead
water
again. Bashes his face onto a rock and falls unconscious, drowns. He's dead again. Washes up on shore. Some terrorists get him.
Shoots them all with his old gun.
His old West-style gun.
Yeah, that he...
Which
just
prompted some lady to laugh
lifts
hysterically in the theater.
Oh, that was so, that was not a good action sequence. I am so sick of the guy stealing the gun and shooting everybody. Like, come on.
He didn't steal it. He had it in his butt.
I thought they took his gun, and then the guy gets the phone call, and they're all distracted, and now he's good.
He's always got it, but in his behind
Oh, it's his ass gun.
It's his ass gun is this old Colt
45.
Probably 44. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's an old antique gun.
Huh. I hate that. I hated that sequence. But the old lady did laugh, and I was like, why are you laughing? That was not intended to be funny. Or was she like, ha-ha, I got you fuckers?
I think she was, ha-ha, I got you fuckers.
She's probably got a major crush.
On Stallone?
Yeah.
She sounded like she was older than him.
Yeah, she was like, I love you!
His neck looked
I made poopies!
He had, speaking of tapioca pudding, his neck looked like he had, 2 sacks of tapioca pudding inside of either side of his Adam's apple. It was gross.
What? I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, they all have turkey neck.
Well, that's just part of old age.
Well, it sucks when you're
really
standing next to Lundgren and you're making him look good.
Yeah.
Because that guy isn't aging well either.
No.
Yeah, but he's
aging a lot. Jet
Li looks like... I thought Schwarz looked like hammered shit.
Oh, yeah, he looked like hammered
bad. His eyes were all red. He just got I don't know what...
His head is giant.
Yeah.
He's got a real big head. You know what's funny about these guys, and I thought about this in the middle of it, is they're all old as anybody can be, possibly. They're 350 years old or whatever. When you get old, your ears continue to grow. Your ears and your fingernails are the only things that continue to grow on your body for the rest of eternity.
That's not true. Your balls grow closer to the ground.
That's just gravity. It's not
your nose grows.
Oh, your nose grows. Yeah, that's right. But your ears definitely grow. None of them have really massive, giant old man ears, which is refreshing.
Oh, yes.
Just turkey neck. They're all just suffering from wrinkles and turkey neck.
Huh. Hey, you know what? Life lift.
Life lift? What's
that? It's that thing where you get rid of your turkey neck.
It's like stapling your neck back?
Yeah, they staple it up behind your ears.
Why don't those guys get that done? They're all
probably have had it done 6 times. It just doesn't.
It doesn't take anymore.
The staples won't hold!
Yeah.
My neck is too strong for them!
They're like, if we put more staples into you, it will go directly into your brain. Okay, no, we can't do that.
Well, I'm fine with
they're 70.
Like
they just
they look good for 70.
He can be on my TV at all time. We just watched that fucking Sabotage pile of garbage. I was still like, well, I'm gonna watch it because it's.
He looked better in that movie, though.
I thought he looked better in Expendables 3.
I thought he looked better in Expendables 3. He looked like... He looked haggard. He looked like haggis.
How about that?
He looked like haggis that had been eaten by a dog and then vomited on top of a pile of shit.
He couldn't go anywhere else.
I don't
know. I just think he probably had a better time making the Expendables because he was there with his buddies.
Shit ran over by a 72 Ford Bronco. Done.
There we go.
Yep.
So they're going in to get Mel Gibson. I'm going to jump back a little bit.
That's fine.
And they show Stallone sees the pictures of some people that he's killed or whatever, and he's like, ugh, oh, this is so bad. And then the kids see it and they're like, oh, and it's like, so the people that you didn't shoot?
Yeah, exactly. He's wanted for war crimes. You've got pictures of 4 guys all holding guns
that are shot. These are the things that you do.
War crimes, yeah.
You are shooting people all the time. This is not something that...
oh god, this guy is so bad, he's just like Saddam. Is he? He's just like Stallone.
He's just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
This is dumb.
Well, either way, the kids get captured. Now, because Stallone got blown off the bridge, now the kids have all been nicked, nabbed, butt-raped by Mel Gibson and his one guy. His one
He has
henchman.
one guy.
Yeah, he's one actual guy.
He's got an army, but he's got, a man.
Yeah, a big dude. Was he somebody?
No.
Okay. He's just Mel Gibson's personal masseuse.
He may have been the big guy in Sabotage. I couldn't figure it out because he wasn't on screen long enough.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson looked like shit.
I thought Mel Gibson looked better than most of them.
I thought Mel Gibson looked the same as he did 10 years ago.
Yeah. He's gross.
He is gross. He's a yucky guy. But, whatever.
I thought he was out of all the old guys, he was in the best shape.
Oh, hell no.
I actually just saw him. I just saw him without his shirt on the internet. He's got to be roiding. The guy is stacked.
Huh.
Him and Brett Favre fucking eating Centrum Silvers and steroids.
And getting in arm wrestling matches with their wieners out?
I don't know. Maybe.
Their wieners are arm wrestling. Down.
Wieners are arm wrestling. I don't think you can...
1, 2, 3, and then they let your wieners go because your wieners are crossed, and then your wiener has to push over the other dude's wiener.
It's like a baby holding an apple.
All of these things don't make sense.
So here's my other beef with the whole kids getting captured thing is...
He brought them there to die, and now he cares that they're kidnapped.
No, I have another problem with that. Arnold. He's repaying the favor to Stallone.
What favor?
I don't know what favor, but how did he repay it? Was his like, I'm going to help you out by sitting in the plane with me? No, he doesn't fly it. Stallone flies the plane. He just hangs out in the cockpit, and then the only things you see is schwas are, well, are you on your way? I'm getting very bored.
Yeah, no, that's
and then the next day he gets
that
Stallone.
Was the favor, and it was probably a small favor.
Answer
it was
the phone.
No, he was like, dude, I gotta go down to some fucking country.
Will you be bored?
I'm gonna be bored. I can't talk to these kids. They're all too young. Would you like to... I hung out with you at your aunt's tea thing last week. You should totally bro me solid and come on this flight.
Maybe there's a deleted scene.
Yeah,
of the tea scene.
Or like, remember you made me drive you to your ex-wife's house, and it was a big thing, and
so you try to kidnap the kids. Right.
You should come talk to me because we're old guys that like to talk about the past on this long flight
and the weather. That's about it. Do old guys talk about anything other than the weather and the past?
I don't know. I think they gripe about teenagers.
Fish. They talk about fishing. And rats with dicks
and
this big.
Shit that they bought that they're not sure whether they like or not.
It's true.
Like, the verdict is always out on the shit an old person buys for like a year or two.
Somebody needed to have that conversation with Stallone in this movie, because the shit that he has bought at Walmart, his attire, is atrocious.
Yeah. I liked his like, he was wearing some like hooker boots in one of the action sequences.
He's got a Chief Joseph jacket.
Oh yeah, he was totally like, they couldn't get Seagal, so like Seagal lent him a few of his jackets.
Schwoz has got an old man sweater, like one of those old guy sweaters that looks very warm, but it's very snug.
Yeah,
it's about two sizes too small for the old guy. Snipes had some shitty
old
attire
man
as well.
Sweater when he couldn't sleep on the bed because he was too institutionalized, so he put the comforter on the floor.
Well, yeah.
During the "we don't have anywhere else to go" montage, because we got fired.
All by myself.
A lot of soundtrack this movie could have had, because I've already sang like 4 songs that fit.
You sang at 34 seconds.
Yeah. Turning into Jackie.
Yeah.
All right, so they are now in a pickle. They got to rescue the kids, and he decides to go in solo, Stallone, to go rescue them. But Banderas shows up.
Won't let him go.
Now he's only got 48 hours to save these kids, but he's able to fly the plane back to America to regas it and get some shit. And then
go by himself. Like, yeah, you should have just gone in there. The element of surprise.
Right.
If you're going to go in solo, you're already there.
Where did the kids get kidnapped at?
Asmanistan,
which we have to just...
no, actually, they were kidnapped in an undisclosed location. Actually, I think it was disclosed, but we forgot. And then they're taken
Let's
to
just say it's Eastern Europe.
It's somewhere in the vicinity of Asmanistan.
So there you're in for another 15-hour flight back to the United States. Gas up. You're
giving yourself...
Get some Taco Bell. Load up the guns.
You're giving yourself like 5 or 6 hours.
5 or 6 hours.
But at the same time they get there...
20 hours, fly back, that's another... You're 35 hours. He's got time. I think I'm fair.
And they only take about an hour to do the whole thing once they get there, so I think that's enough. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, Antonio Banderas talks him into being...
Did you guys like Antonio Banderas?
I just always like Antonio Banderas.
I did not. I didn't dislike Antonio Banderas. I disliked his character. Because he was basically Mr. Bean. He was...
Except he kicked some serious ass when it came down to it.
Really?
Oh, he was fucking dudes up and shooting everybody.
Fight with the girl down in the basement. And, all right,
he killed like
fucking
13
dudes up. All of the army of Asmanistan is a bunch of fucking wankers. They are just... Shoot me right here. I'm standing here. I am not going to shoot back at you. I am a target. Go ahead. Do it. I'm dead. The amount of bullets fired by the Asmanistan army was about 6. They did throw a lot of shell with the tanks.
Tanks, yeah.
But that's about all they got going on for them.
Well,
the Marines or the frontline guys are shit.
Mel Gibson said as much in the movie and then started shooting them.
Yeah.
Because they weren't any good at it.
So I'm pretty sure I could have kicked as much ass as Antonio Banderas, but I just didn't like his character. It was too much comic relief, and he looked really similar to Mr. Bean.
I didn't get, like, the sentimentality part of it, like, when he was the only man that made it out alive. Wouldn't that be a bad thing? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Well, that's why he kept talking about these, I knew this guy. So he's talking about his old team.
Right, but it's not, like, really reassuring hiring.
It's not reassuring that
all of my last team is dead.
But not me.
That just shows you got some survival skills.
Or you were the one that fucked up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Sylvester Stallone is like, he feels him. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel you.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've been the guy who fucked up.
Oh, you've been there before, huh?
So what I thought was great was that Harrison Ford cannot understand
Jason
Statham's English accent, but he can understand Stallone's.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I thought it was.
That was supposed to be
it would have been funny if Statham was actually delivering lines in a way that the audience couldn't understand, but he was crystal clear. He's got a very crisp British accent that's very easy to understand. I've never been like, what the fuck is Statham saying? Yeah, I didn't. Whatever. So they rescue the kids. Movie over.
They blow the shit out of everything too. Well, you forgot like the not Millennium Falcon entrance with Harrison Ford. Like that was, I didn't like that at all because it needed to be like really save the day, like the Millennium Falcon. Because they came in, and I think that's what it was supposed to be, because he's flying, obviously.
Right. Well, he's also a pilot, Harrison Ford is.
Yeah. And when he shows up, before, like, he realizes his sixth sense, his CIA superpower realizes that the shit's gonna go south in Afghanistan, so he's already got a flight suit in his limousine, and then he gets on a plane with Schwarz and Jet Li.
To fly to the helicopter. And he takes his Air Force badge off because he's officially not there, but he couldn't have been in the Air Force too. None of it makes any sense. No, it didn't.
And then when he shows up,
where the fuck did Jet Li come from?
He works for Schwarz now.
He was just there all of a sudden, and then, like, you don't find that out until the very end.
That was the thing with me was, who was it that had enough? Was it them or him? I think it's him. I think that anybody that wants to be in these can be in these.
He was hardly in the second one. Like, he shoots up some guys in the kitchen in the second one and then jumps out of a plane over China. And that's the last you see of Jet Li for the rest of that movie. He's out of there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't, like, for the sake of continuity, they bring him in for a day.
Yeah, maybe.
2 days.
I don't know. Schwarz gives us Get to the Chopper. My problem with the Expendables again, and my problem is after they blow everything up. Yay, everybody's rescued. Stallone jumps to the chopper. They're at the bar.
Yeah,
and they're talking to each other, and I am so now confused by the Expendables and its self-referencing and self-deprecation and self-aware. And the running jokes of they're saying things to each other, but it's more like a direct statement to the actor. I get confused on if they're talking to the audience and the actors, or if they're the actual Expendables are talking to each other. Like, we can't do this anymore.
The fourth wall is made of paper mache.
Yeah, are they saying we can't? Is he saying we can't do this anymore? Like the movies, or is he saying we're too old?
Too old, or when he said. That was really stupid shit to go to prison for. To Snipes.
Right.
Is it in the movie, or is he saying that to Wesley Snipes?
I don't like that. And I think that that's something that they should stop, because I am not laughing. I'm not, or I'm just confused. Like,
well,
what is
happening? Then, the kids saying, old man, look at my life. Yeah. I'm a lot like you.
I think that's directly, I think that was a direct statement to, we're old. We're old guys. We're old actors. I think that was directly to Stallone and Schwarz and those guys, as opposed to Bentley or whatever Schwaz's character's name is in Trench and the characters. I think that was an actor reference. It's too much fourth wall jumping business, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It was cute in the second one. Walk away.
Feel like
just walk away.
They
Mad
really,
Max reference. Mel Gibson.
And the second one is by far the stupidest of the three, but I think that's the only one that sort of got it right. Like, I was thoroughly entertained the entire time during the second one. Mm-hmm. The first one wasn't enough of anything.
Yeah,
I didn't care for the first one. Was like, I was expecting the second one with the first one, but I didn't get much of anything.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, yeah.
See, I really liked the second one. The first one was, I'm with you. It was enough to get my attention to watch the second one in hopes that it would be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
but then this one was so damn slow for a majority of the movie, and I really felt like it really didn't start kicking ass until the very last scene.
It had lost me by the time that it got going.
Yeah.
And they did really, they did it up nice in the last scene.
Yeah.
But
there was a lot of ass kicking, and I was like, yeah, here we go. This is what I came to see.
I could have gone for some more stunts. Not CGI
and
stunts.
All of the stunts were parkour shit.
Yeah. Oh, God, I hate parkour. Oh, I hate it so bad. Just stop doing
everybody did it.
Yeah.
Even off of motorcycles and shit. It was something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss the days of stuntmen instead of computer man. Because there was a lot of CGI work in this movie.
I just want somebody to
I actually noticed that they were not using real rounds anymore. They were computer-generated muzzle flame and computer-generated shells.
Yeah, no. You guys, seriously, top tip.
Shoot the guns.
What you made your career off of is what you have walked away from. Go back to how you did it in the 80s. That's what we want to see. And quit fucking making PG-13 goddamn bullshit.
Bring Mark L. Lester on for the next Expendables.
Yes.
You'll get it. You'll get what we need.
Bring us on. Fuck it. We'll do it. We'll do it fucking cheap.
Apparently,
and we'll make it awesome.
This actually made more money than I thought.
38 mil in the States right now?
It made $200 altogether against the $90 million budget.
That's not bad.
Which means they've already greenlit 4.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Guess who's on board for 4?
Jake Chan?
Nope.
Male, female.
2 dudes is all that's been confirmed.
2 dudes. Are they new dudes, I'm assuming? I'm making guesses as new guys.
They're not previously in any of the... Or not in the previous Expendables.
Oh, shit. I would say Steven Seagal's missing, obviously.
He has not... I had nothing about Seagal.
And,
Chris Helmsworth.
No.
Why?
I don't think they're going to be able to afford any, I think that's why you had a sort of, who are these guys, young guys, because...
Shit's getting expensive.
Yeah, and they're just not...
Okay.
The other thing is that...
Come on, just tell us who they are.
Tell us who they are.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan and Hulk Hogan. Yes.
Holy shit, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Unbelievable. I don't believe it. I will believe it when I see it.
It was Hulk Hogan tweeted.
Oh, because you're going to take his word for it?
Yeah, how do you know?
I would take his word for it.
He told me that No Holds Barred was a good movie.
No Holds Barred was a good movie.
God damn it.
Maybe the greatest movie ever made.
All right, so recommends?
Do it.
Yeah, I recommend it, but I would like... Yeah, it just takes a while.
Yeah, I would also recommend it. I think it's just fine. I don't have a problem with
They just need to do the second. The second one is financially speaking, that's what everybody wanted because everybody went and saw that one, and everybody said it was stupid, but they all paid the ticket.
Yeah.
The other thing that I didn't mention about their $180 million $9 return, they're claiming 10 million illegal downloads.
It's up to 10 now?
10 million.
Wow.
Which is $80 million that they didn't see.
Ticket sales.
Or 100, basically.
Which most of those people
are in the U.S.
Yeah.
Stop downloading movies for free, stupid assholes.
For free, stupid assholes. Except A Star Is Born. Because if you're downloading movies, top tip, that's a good one. That's a really good one for you to download for free.
You should download that movie and then not watch it.
No, you should watch it. Because if you download fucking movies for free, you're a fucking asshole. Top tip.
Top tip.
Top tip. Don't listen to Paul Scheer and have it be okay. Fuck that shit. Don't download. I'll find you and I will cut you. And on that bombshell,
We should do the most disappointed, like as disappointed as we were when he delivered the line in the movie.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper! I thought it was great.
Okay.
Let's get to the chopper!